ramen wrappers, paper towels, banana peels. Are these things recyclable? Who knows? How am I supposed to know? Let's see what the survey says. These are your answers. Let's see how you did. Is a Post-it note recyclable? Survey says yes. I also say yes. Is a paper towel recyclable? Survey says yes. However, they're not. Is a ramen wrapper recyclable? Survey says yes, but I also say no. Is a banana peel recyclable? Thank goodness you got this one right. No. This may look familiar or may not. This is what is on the recycling bins in your mods. We'll come back to this sign later, but this is just a helpful little piece of information that can help you figure out what's recyclable and what is not. Credibility. I am credible because I am a member of the Campus Stewardship Council, and I really have a passion for recycling and for helping make this campus more sustainable. And that's what we're about with the Campus Stewardship Council, and so that's just a passion of mine. So what we're going to look at today is the problem of irresponsible recycling, and then the causes, which you guys also helped me out with this one, and then the solutions. So solutions of how can we creatively figure out how to counteract this irresponsible recycling. Problem. We're not recycling responsibly on campus. We put trash in the recycling bins. We put recycling in the trash bins. I even have some pictures to show. These are from your mods, boys. Look at that. That's Jeff's mod. There's this, and there's that. Everything's mixed up. So we aren't recycling responsibly here. So the awesome thing about Heston is that we have a single stream recycling system. So single stream means that you can put all recyclable materials into one bin. And that's very beneficial because in the past, it used to be harder than that. We had to sort through all the trash and recycling. We had to lift up the recycling onto a big truck, and it would hurt workers' backs and they'd be out for days. It was just really laborious. And so eventually Heston College said, hey, let's make this less labor intensive. Let's get one bin, one single stream, and let's get this right, so that faculty and students can do this right and come together and recycle. So we switched organizations that we were with to Waste Connections. Now, we have learned about the problem a little bit. Let's learn about the causes. And the cause is people aren't recycling because of lack of education and motivation. Now, let's look at some of your answers. Whack, sorry. IDK, question mark. I don't know, I'm not sure, I have no idea. We need to educate people. People come from different places, from different countries, different states. Recycling is done differently, so we need to let people know how recycling is done here on campus. And then also, people are lazy. They don't want to figure out what to do, and so, there, sorry, that's the right line. This thing, too lazy to see if it's fully recyclable, just throwing things away. Lazy, too difficult. So people are too lazy, and they need to see the bigger picture that things do matter and recycling does matter on campus, even in this small scale. Another thing is that people can't comprehend this thing of recycling. Libertarian environmentalism critic and writer for the New York Times, John Tierney, wrote an article about how recycling is expensive, and yes it is, but it's worth it because, I mean, if we're making those products, then we'd rather recycle them than throw them away. He talked about how landfills are being maintained well, and how we should go to landfill usage, and how that's beneficial. And he talked about the pollution that recycling plants make, and a lot of people are maybe confused and maybe doubt the system, but we need to just continue to educate. So I talked about a lot of the causes, and now we'll look at the solution, the creative solutions that we can come up with. And the easy solution is we must recycle. It's so simple. We've made it so simple here at Heston with the single stream. And it's just too easy. And Jim Mason, director of campus facilities and overseer of the 8-year-old recycling system at Heston, says, "You're going to be tossing away your material into a bin anyway, so why don't you stop and look at what bin it is? Think about which one you're tossing it into. It's too easy to not do it. Single stream is so easy because you can put everything into one bin. There's just no excuse." And he really emphasized that there's no excuse. He also provided me with this encouraging fact. We have cut our trash hauling in half and upped our recycling amount. We have exceeded his expectations, but there's also improvements that we can make. We should recycle here on campus because it's no longer a fad that only tree huggers think it is important. It becomes quite a problem, says Jim Mason. Now, here is the list again of things that are recyclable and not recyclable. These are all in the bins, so it's just too easy to not recycle. Campus Stewardship Council is an initiative that Heston College has brought about, and Gary Oyer leads this, and it's not well known, as you can see right here. These are your responses to what is Campus Stewardship Council. So we just want to educate you guys. So the webpage of the Campus Stewardship Council says, the purpose is to serve as stewards of the environment and work to develop sustainable facilities and practices. Gary Oyer, the leader, describes a mixture of faculty and students who say, hey, how can we get the campus inspired about sustainability? We've done a lot of work throughout the years, says Gary Oyer, but we can always do better. And what I would say would be creative responses to this is that we need more forums, more informational tables, more articles in the Horizon about this. We need to reach out to the student body and inform them about what's going on. Oyer proposed even this creative challenge. What could you do with the things that aren't normally recyclable? I always think it's neat to make something with those things that are trash. So he has this cassette tape like stand that keeps a lamp on it, so that's cool. One of my other points is let's do research. I found this cool company, I guess, that it's called Recyclemania, and in the About page, it's described as this. Using fair and friendly competition, Recyclemania provides tools and opportunities that inspire, empower, and mobilize colleges and universities to benchmark and improve efforts to reduce or eliminate waste. So something like this, a competition, could rally our student body and give us pride of our sustainability. And so just coming up with incentives to try to get people to recycle. So, in conclusion, we must recognize that we have a problem with irresponsible recycling on campus, figure out the causes, and then come up with creative solutions to educate and excite people about recycling. Jim Mason says, the biggest thing is that people need to have consideration for this planet that we live on. So, next time you're in your bathroom and you're finished a toilet paper roll, what are you going to do with it? Well, you're going to check this sign and say, hey, it's recyclable. And instead of putting it in the trash can, you're going to put it in the recycling bin. Thank you, and I hope you've learned more about the realm of recycling responsibly.